This one's called the change curve. It gives just a little bit of insight into what happens when you make major change and what to expect. And leadership is about change. I mean, making change is part of what you do all the time, and it's why you're there. At least in part, it's why you're there, things to improve. So part of the change curve is recognizing that oftentimes when a change is made, there will be some benefits, and people will feel really good about it. They'll notice the benefits, and that's probably the reason you made the change, is to bring some benefits. But that high will oftentimes be immediately followed, or relatively soon, followed by a slump. Wow, we really liked this, but we didn't expect these consequences, or this wasn't all that we had hoped it to be, or man, I wish things were better. And then from there, you can begin going toward a normal where you've kind of leveled out at a new changed norm. Think, for example, of the exodus of the Hebrew people from the nation of Egypt. Moses came empowered by God to lead a change of these people. And immediately, as soon as they were out of Egypt, they were really excited about the change. They were now free. They crossed the river. They crossed the Dead Sea with a miracle. God showed up with fire and smoke. They were really on top of the world being freed. But rather quickly, they slumped down into a really change-resistant attitude. Well, we wish we could go back to Egypt. We wish we had never left in the first place. All we're eating out here in this desert is this dry old manna, yada, yada, yada. So the negative reaction to change down here often pulls us to want to go back and undo the change, when in reality, if it's the right thing, we need to continue to move forward uphill and hold ground and take new ground with that change. Now, it's also possible that we get to a certain point and realize this was the wrong decision. Whatever I've been trying to lead or the change that we've been making was not wise, or we thought it would work, but it doesn't work. At this point, it's okay to say, hey, this was the wrong thing. It obviously didn't work. You know the problems. You're wrestling with the consequences as much as other people. We see that. Just want you to know we've made the wrong decision, or I've made the wrong decision, or this didn't work out as I expected. So we're going to go do something different. There's great credibility in admitting fault. Everybody will know you're at fault, but the fact that you can admit it and take responsibility and then make another change, woohoo, good for you. People that follow you will respect that, even if you're honest about the mistakes. Little caveat here. Sometimes people make the judgment too quickly whether or not the change was right. They'll make a big change and they'll hit this slump and they'll say, whoa, we made the wrong decision. Look how far down it's tanked us. That's not a good time to make the decision. So generally speaking, if you're going to make a sizable change, it's important to give a time frame to that change. You can let people know up front, we are going to adjust this. We're going to make this big change. Let's say it's a scheduling change. We're going to make this big scheduling change. And we think it'll be important for these reasons. This will help. And we're going to try it for 6 months. And if it doesn't work, we'll make some adjustments or we'll go back to the way it was. But giving people the insight that, hey, this change is coming. Here's why. But it's going to be evaluated in 6 months. And so if it's not the right move, we'll do something else. They may not like it. They may not go for the change, but they know now this is not guaranteed to be written in stone. Our leaders will take note and we'll try this out. And there's a climate of, we can try and we can fail, and we're not going to eat each other alive if we fail. So we're going to try it, and then in 6 months' time, we'll look at it again and see whether this is a good idea. It really breeds a willingness in people to try change. Here's a great thing. If you get 6 months in and realize, bad move, you've already told people you were going to reevaluate. You haven't bet the whole farm on this change. So you just simply say, we tried this for 6 months and realized this wasn't the right thing. If you get 6 months in and realize, hey, this is working well, by 6 months from now, most people will be so accustomed to the change, they won't even remember it was a change. It'll be the new normal. And so giving it a 6 month window has eased people into a change that now is normal to them. And you can simply say, we're just going to keep doing this, and it'll be normal. Change curve.